I am so deep in thought. The only other thing this far down with me is the allergy. Bubbles float up past my eyes and my hair starts to get light. My mind becomes hazy as the rest of me falls into numbness. I feel like the oxygen is being slowly drained from my body. I know this feeling well from being with you. I play out our whole time together, excessively in my mind. I don't know what I'm hoping to find. My heart already knows the answer I'm searching for. I'm going to drown in these thoughts of mine. I can't seem to catch my breath, not even for a moment. My eyes are open, but all I can see is eternal darkness. Will I die here? I don't remember living yet. I decided I cannot give up. Still I take a long tour through memory lane. My brain can't process what my perspectives are anymore. I try to recycle my feelings for you, but my mind won't let me. My emotions have long been in disarray, along with the rest of me. There are fewer and fewer bubbles now. My body is shutting down. I gasp as I stab my ascent to the surface, heading toward that tiny flicker of light above. Unfortunately, I never get any closer to the warmth of the sun. In turn, these thoughts will never be done. I'm going to drown in these thoughts of mine. I can't seem to catch my breath, not even for a moment. Don't pull me out this time, it's too late. I'm already too far gone. I'm spiraling down, deeper towards the bottom of the abyss. That's where I will stay, lurking in the midst of my
Okay, my loves, give me a second because my grandson keeps calling and he keeps throwing my audio out. I'm not sure how. I guess it's okay as long as you guys can hear me. So you guys let me know if you can hear me, and then we can go from there. Hi, Kelly. I'm just trying to figure out if you guys can hear me. Okay, Jackie says yes, so I think you guys can hear me, right? Okay, as long as you guys can hear me, I'm not having any guests on today, so I think it's fine, regardless if my audio is, if I can't, because the song went out and everything, so I just figured the audio went out in general. But hey, Patrazi! So, okay, so somebody made the list for me. Was that Rosanna? Thank you so much. Let's look at the list. Oh, Robert has the list. Okay, me, Rosanna, Jackie, Lori, Nina, Jen, Kelly. Um, okay, wait. It's Jackie, Roxanne, Nina, Jen, Kelly, Lori, Nordes, Pam, Jeff. Okay, fabulous. I think, can you put Erica on? Because I think Erica wants on the list, right? That's Petrazi. Can you add Petrazi to the list? And let me get out my paper, and then we shall write it all down. Um, yes. Okay. Just so we remember what the list is here. Um, so we got, if I could get a pen to work. Lord have mercy. We have Robert. My grandson is 6, so I've already talked to him like 80 times today because he's bored. So he figured out how to use Messenger and he keeps video calling me. So if the sound goes out a second, that's probably why. um he can't read, of course, yet. So I did text him that I was on live stream, and I'm hoping that my daughter reads that and stops him from calling me, but we'll see. I'm just writing down the list, guys, and then I'll be right with you. Um, okay. And after Erica, I'm gonna add, I think Regina wants a reading, I'm sure, right? Now I think we have everybody. So, hi, Janelle. Just let me know if I missed you. We got Robert, Rosanna, Jackie, Roxanne, Nina, Jen, Kelly, Lori, Nordes, Pam, Jeff, Petrazi, Regina, and Janelle. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then I think we have everybody. Fabulous. Wait, where am I? Let me take off my sweater because it got. I turned off the heat, but I have the windows open, but for some reason it rains, so it got a little I put on fun earrings for you guys today. I thought that'd be a little different. So I got charms and I put them on my earrings, so I figured it'd be fun. But I'm still in my pajamas, so um, I did fix the rest of me though. Okay, so that's it. That's what we did. Yes. Okay. So with that being said, let's get out the 2 cards we're gonna read today. And yes, Robert, that was my new song. I put it out yesterday. I don't know why YouTube isn't putting out the notifications. I haven't got a lot of notifications. But I have a video on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you drop by and check it out, Hi, Nina. Um, the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, I'm 2 subscribers away from 2,000, which I've been trying to get forever. So if you guys have an extra account or a friend that you think might like some music and spooky stories or true paranormal stories, please direct them my way. I would appreciate it. So with that being said, I got to see your song. It just hasn't been offering me the hype slate. That's strange. I hope they didn't get rid of it because YouTube's a little funny. I don't think so because I swore that I could hype. I was on House Sparks right before this, and oh, you don't want these cards? I apologize, Robert. Madison is set on having the other cards today. Um, um, so oh, let me pull out those. Okay. I was on my House Sparks and it gave me the options, so that's strange. Hmm. Strange. Very strange. You want these? Okay. Okay. Robert, let's go. Just not on the songs. Oh, maybe the music they don't offer the hype. That's strange. Um, but I do have Sunday and Friday. Hey, Jen. Let's put Jen on the list and let's go with Robert's reading because they pulled the cards for him. I'll read them in order. So the first one you got is the Sun, which is a major one. You have been stuck in a little rut lately, but don't dismay. Good things are heading your way. After the day, there is night. After the rain, the sun comes out. Without the rain, there would be no flowers, and without the sun, nothing. You're heading towards the sun. Oh, you got wow, you got all major cards. What the heck? Then you got the death card. So, a situation or relationship you were in is about to end. Thank goodness you avoided that train wreck. Let go of any old crap. That skeleton in your closet is of no use to you any longer. Fill your life with some newer fun crap. Death warns you that ending, with every ending lies a chance for a new beginning. And then your next one is the Griller, number 4. Do you feel trapped? Not physically, but mentally. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Don't give it a second thought. Imagine you're eating ice cream. At least you won't gain any weight. A locked door is only a wall to those without the key. The Griller tells you that you hold immense power over your own life. Oh, so 3 major cards for you. Interesting. Let's see what she has to tell you. I put you on the list, Jen. Okay, so Robert, this is for you. There's no time like the present to really get into a new hobby or something fun like a game on your phone. But whatever you do, put put something peaceful on right before you go to sleep. Do not end your day on a bad note. So at the end of the night, and this is, she put a lot of caps in this, okay, when she was telling me, um, peaceful. Make sure you go to sleep on a good note every night, because obviously maybe it's messing with your aura. Maybe you watch, I don't know, maybe you watch a political show before you go to sleep, and something that makes you uneasy, and then you sleep with that uneasiness and it throws off your aura. So what she's saying is, before you go to sleep, put something nice, not bad, every night, or have some calming exercise, or do something that you don't go to sleep on a bad note. Okay, something peaceful. Something peaceful. And that's for you. And does he have a question for me? Does he have a question for you? Sorry. Shiny. It's not for me, it's for her. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. You had a question for me, and the answer is yes. Yes. For Robert. Hi, Babia. How are you, sweetheart? So that was for Robert. Now we have Rosanna. Who is that for Rosanna? It's Rosie, right? Okay. What would you like to read for Rosanna? Okay. I hope you're having a good morning, Babia. Okay. Let's see. You want that one? Okay. Guess what? What? How's your weight loss journey going, and how are you feeling with all your physical therapy, Regina? Uh, which one was it? This one or that one? Okay, that one. Sorry, I dropped them. Okay, so your first card is Rosanna. Instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You really are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Ooh, okay. The next one is, when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed at the moment for a reason. You're being redirected to something far bigger and better. Endings are part of a cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. Um, oh, I'm glad you're feeling good. And then your last card is, are you feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding all around you? I think everybody is. Okay. Are you feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding all around you, and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way? Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do. You will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want to take in your life. So, okay, let's see what your message is from your spirit guide. Okay, Rosanna, there are only two things that you should focus on. You and yours. You know the control that you have on the other situations. You know what you can do and what you have to do. That's done. But there has to be a time when you have to focus on your health, physical health and or mental health. Hi, Karen. Uh, and I think you have a question for me. Yes. Yes is the answer. Okay. And yes to the answer to your question, too. I hope that made sense to you, Miss Rosanna. Got a lot of R's today. So that's Rosanna. Now we have Jackie. And don't kill me, I haven't read for Jackie in a while. I know I read for her before, but I can't remember her spirit guide's name. Don't kill me. Do we know Jackie's spirit guide's name? Ralph, right? Okay. Sorry, I forgot. I apologize. Six people didn't hit the like. What's going on? You're very welcome, Roseanne. She's shotgunning a beer. Hi, Krista. Okay, we're going to do Jackie, but I just want to read the list and make sure I didn't forget anybody. We have Jackie now. Then we have Roxana, Nina, Jen, Kelly, Lori, Nordis, Pam, Jeff, Petrazi, Regina, Janelle, Jen. Does anybody else want a reading? Kieran, you want a reading? Kieran and Krista, do you want a reading? Okay, back to Jackie. What cards for Jackie, please? The same ones I just read. Okay, fine. Fine. Yes, please. Yes. I put you on the list. Do you want that one? Okay. All right, here we go, Jackie. Let's see what they have for you today. Oh. This one? Okay. So your first card. Hey, Doris, how are you, hon? If you find yourself stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, ask yourself why you're still there. Is it fear of the unknown or something else? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and spirit. Be fierce. Oh, I'm sure your spirit guides will give it to you, my darling. Krista. So your next one is, Jackie, if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself. Free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. Oh, you have this card too. Seems to be a popular card today amongst you all. When a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It is closed for a reason. You're being redirected to something far bigger and better. Endings are a part of a cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. This is just like the death card, which Robert got too. So all of you got this kind of throw out the old, in with the new, change your mind. It's okay kind of deal. So let's see what your spirit guide has for you, Jackie. Okay. Jackie, first thing, your spirit guide says, hi, little side note, I eat leftovers. So you have a spirit guide who, I guess, maybe you have things sometimes you're like, oh, I can't eat this, it's 3 days old or whatever, and you go to throw it out. Leave a little offering for your guides. They'll take it. Sometimes they need a little extra energy. So just leave out, I mean, literally, like one grape is enough to feed like a whole army of spirits. So, you know, they'll take it. Uh, okay. And then they say, okay, so we can sit and dwell in the past and mull over what could have been done differently. But guess what? You don't have a time machine, so screw it. What's done is done. There's more that you can do and so much more to learn. So jump out of your mind and leave the past behind to focus on your future. They even rhymed for you, Jackie. Hello. Um, that was for you. Let's see if Jackie has a side question. No side question? Okay. You didn't have any question? So, um, fabulous. That was your message. Ooh, yes. Is it going to be a fun diamond painting? Okay. I just want to see. Oh, it is rainy today too, but yesterday was gorgeous. But of course, I didn't make it out yesterday or today either. Okay, I'm just wait. Okay. Thank you. What you said is spot on. Okay. Well, That was from your guide, so they see you. Um, Next is Roxanne. Rox. Roxanne. Uh, what's your name for Roxanne, please? Okay. Yeah, it's giving Lisa Frank. I do like those kind of things. You know what I really used to love when I was younger? I don't remember the name of the lady, but remember she used to take pictures of the children in like little animal costumes, like infants, just born infants, in such cute poses. What was her name? Ann Getty. I think that was her name. Oh, do they have Ann Getty ones? That'd be so pretty. Anyway, with that being said, let's shuffle for Roxanne. You want that one? Okay. Go. Okay, wait. No, I'm going to shuffle again. Then. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So your first one is the cookie of foodie. For many people around the globe, cookies symbolize the spirit of giving. In all shapes, sizes, and flavors, they're bite sized emblems of joy, generosity, and solidarity. This is mostly a favorable omen of joy and stands for achievements. And it could also mean that you're struggling to resist a temptation at hand. Ooh, then you have the match of social. A match symbolizes the beginning of something, the first spark that starts a fire, representing the power of your thoughts. Matches stand for the fire inside us all, which burns brightly and passionately when we are feeling love and kindness towards ourselves and towards others. You've been having trouble lighting your life on fire recently. It can be helpful to use a match. So that one's like find the spark that you used to have, like that excitement. Sometimes we get, bored and get stuck in the cycle of life and we're just neutral. So they're saying try to find something that really sparks your love. This is the Valentine wild card of social. Valentine's Day carries a great social meaning, but also has a deep spiritual meaning. Love is a powerful force. Love is the most powerful emotion. It's believed that love is the connection that binds all things together. Love is also seen as a reflection of the divine and is believed that when experienced, we are experiencing a glimpse of the divine. Connect with the divine more. Get in touch with your love of nature and appreciation for all things around you. Okay, fun. Let's see what we got for Roxanne. And hi, Kevin. Oh, okay. Roxanne, try this. When you have a really bad day and you're really stressed out, hey, Andre, just burn those thoughts. Write down on a piece of paper what is pissing you off and then burn it or tear it into a million pieces. Hi, Mr. Spock. That's a good way just to release the stress and to get rid of what's ailing you. You have, however, some bright and happy stuff coming your way. So don't hold on to the bad thoughts because it overrides or shadows the good. So if you're too busy stressing over the bad stuff, you're missing the good stuff that's going on around you. So they're saying try to get rid of those and look forward to what's coming. All right. With that being said, let's see. You do have a question? Hi, Suzanne. The answer, okay. So the answer to your question is yes. The answer to Roxanne's question is yes. So I hope that made sense. Okay. And then we have Nina, and then we'll take a quick break. Because I'll just need to get something else to drink because I already finished my coffee. Hello to anybody I missed coming in when I was reading or writing. Sometimes I don't see it. So Nina, what are we reading for Nina? You want the same ones? All right, let's shuffle. Ooh, that's a nice card. Shuffle. Oh, well, thanks for pulling out the one you wanted. Okay. So, Nina, the first one you got is the world. That's such a nice one. And this is the Christmas world. So it was a Christmas special. The world represents an ending of a cycle of life, a pause in life before the next big cycle begins with the Fool, which, funny enough, you did get the Fool too. So let's see what's going on. It comes full circle like the wreath representing eternal life made out of the evergreen. Throughout history, wreaths have been associated with life, renewal, and rejuvenation. The world is your oyster, and you are the pearl. And then you got the Fool. You're about to embark on a new exploration. Life will throw you lots of curveballs. Be ready. Don't let the mountain standing before you deter you from your path. Go over it or go around it. Don't give up on seeing what's on the other side. And then you have the iced coffee of foodie. Coffee beans come from a tree and symbolize our connection to the earth and humanity. Coffee is often symbolic of energy and change and carries implications of awakening and enlightenment, stirring up feelings of self discovery and transformation. So, stir up your life a bit and see what happens. Okay, those were really nice cards. So, let's see what. Um, let's see what Nina's guide has to say. Wow, they had a long message for you, Nina. You must be going through something. So here we go. Hey, John. And hello if I missed anybody else coming in. Nina, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree doesn't always mean parents. It could also mean a bloodline. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. Is not only in this life, but it's people that we continuously carry with us life to life. Break the cycle. Don't look at your direct family. Dig deeper into your heritage and culture. You are more than DNA. By the way, your soul doesn't carry DNA. So maybe you're having a family dilemma of sorts, and you're like, oh, it's family or whatever. And they're trying to tell you, they're your family in this life, but you can break the cycle of the family curse. Let's say maybe there's like, something that carries on with your family. You don't have to keep carrying it. I'm not they were cryptic about it, but they were certain about it. So they don't want me to know, but they want you to know. So I hope it made sense to you. And let's see if you have a question. Um, um, you have a question? Okay. And the answer to your question is yes. Oh, she said, oh, wow. Did that make sense to you? I hope so. I write down what they're saying. Um, and as I'm writing, I'm not thinking about the whole picture. I'm just writing down what they say. So after I read it back, I'm like, oh, so I hope it made sense. And now I'm just going to grab a quick drink. So, and then we're going to do Jen, Jen Kelly, Lori, Nordes, Pam, Jeff, Erica, Regina, Janelle, Jen, Kieran, Krista. Thanks. And yes. Okay. All right. So, Jen, I'll be right with you. Let me just get a drink and stand for a second. And I have that. Okay. Where is this thing? Ah, Joe. Here we are. Hello, Kim. Get some popcorn. Already done 5 people too. Yes. um, after 5, basically, I usually need to stop and take a drink for a second and stretch because, yeah. Okay, we have gin next. Um, what cards for gin? Same ones. They like my cards today. Let's see what we got for gin. Okay. Ah, you can't throw them at me because I can't see. You just try to pull it up and then we'll, I don't know. Did you want one of these? Okay. They're really careful about picking for you today, Jen. Specific message much? I don't know. I'll show you then. It's in there. What are you looking for? Oh, okay. That one you want? All right. Here we go for Jen. The first one you got is Witchy Twitchy, and that is a major card number 9. Okay. And it says, relax and search through your spell book. The answers are there. The pages have just been misplaced. Because you're always in demand, you can't focus on yourself. This witch has faith in you and is telling you to listen to yourself. The answer you seek will come from within. Okay. And then you got number 20, the Protector, which is another major one. You're heading on a trip, but your luggage is still packed from the previous one. Get rid of your old baggage. You need to review it, but then you have to move past it. The Protector tells you that there's nothing set in stone, but if you're stuck in the past without a DeLorean or a dock, then you will never get to your future. Another person who's overthinking the past. And then you have a Wheel of Fortune. In the revolving train turnstile of life, you never know of what you will be dealt. Look at it this way. You have a 50-50 chance it will be good, so give that shit a spin. You may get lucky. It's your destiny to change. I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay. So, let us see what your guide has for you. How are you, sweet? And you have questions for me, I hear too. Okay, let's do the message first. Okay. Okay, Jin. We need not devote all our time to work. Set aside time for you. Even if you love your work, it can't be the only thing. Okay? Devote some time to you and your spirit slash soul's learning. Nature is a big part of that. We can move forward in every situation if we allow ourselves to. Okay. So that was like a few messages that they shoved into one. Okay. Now, question. Hi, Christina. Okay. So the first, I think you have two questions. So the first question is, the answer to the first question is yes, right? Okay. Is there another question? Hi, Daryl. That answer. Okay. So you get two yeses. Two yeses to both your questions. That was for Jim. And now we have Kelly. I need to try to write smaller. Let's see. If that made sense to Jen. I like all of that. Good. Glad it made sense to you. And now we have Kelly. What are we waiting for, Kelly? Your guide has to make it hard for you, for not for you, for me, right, Kelly? She's like, do I have to read those? Can I possibly read something else? Okay. For you and for Kelly, yeah. What what do you want to read? The Fae folk have something to tell you because you're getting the fairy cards. So I guess there is a specific message, and the cards themselves must have a meaning because they want to give you the Fae folk. Um, so let's see what they got for you. 31 of you guys here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like. And I said in the beginning, for anybody who's not here, I'm two subscribers away for 2,000, which I've been trying really hard to get. So if anybody has a friend who'd like to introduce to my channel, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Andre, it's good. I just was here doing nothing. I was actually playing my game. After listening to all this world stuff, um, I play my June's Journey to relax, and I won some little mini games, so got some fun decorations. Wow, they're really trying to tell you something, Kelly. I don't know what's going on, but let's see. I don't know if they're reading every card or what we're doing, but let's see. Okay. Okay. Those? Yes. Okay. Are you sure though? Because you dropped a whole bunch. Okay, those are the ones she wants. So the first one you got is the new beginning. New beginning. The fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or a birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Okay. Then you have the inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Keep um, your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Okay. And then you have moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthy. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine, all in moderation. What you eating? Do you have a good snack you found? What is going on? Okay, that was very weird. That's what they wanted to give you. So let's see after they did that. What your message is from Miss Kelly. Okay, they wrote a whole poem for you, Kelly. So here's the poem. There's a little fae that wants to play all day. With a sun ray and no delay, they will drag you into an endless loop of poop. Don't go overboard. Be open to play with the fae, but don't do it all day. You must have a fae folk who wants to talk with you. I don't know. Maybe that makes more sense to you. So, but that's your poem from your guide. And the answer to your question is yes. I think they were trying to rhyme, and that was the only thing they could come up with. Because she paused, and I was thinking, and then she's just like, poop, poop. I was like, fine, you got poop. Alrighty then. Yeah. I don't know. if it makes sense to you, if there's something new in your orbit. But definitely there's a fairy or a fae folk who's trying to get in touch with you, but I don't know what the poem is about the playing all day. I don't know. Maybe it's you'll figure it out when you communicate with the little fae folk. Hey, Danny love. Yeah, Kevin, isn't Danny's songs great? Hello to anybody who came in that I missed. Thank you guys, 28 of you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, that was Kelly. Now we have Miss Laurie. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you for the donation, sweetheart. All right. Is Lori here? I know sometimes she goes to walk the doggies. And I can go here to hit like and give you a heart. Here. Okay, Lori. Thank you, darling. Okay, so it's going to be Lori, Nordes, Pam, Jeff, Erica, Petrazi, Regina, Janelle, Jen, Kieran, Krista. If there's anybody I forgot, please write it in the chat. It might take me a second to see it, so you might have to do it twice. I will acknowledge if I see it, so if I don't acknowledge, just write it again. Because sometimes when I'm shuffling and reading, I don't always see the chat. Okay, so we are going to do Lori. Let's see what we got for Lori. What cards do you want to read for Miss Lori? Okay. Spirit messages for Lori. This one. Okay. Now, well, we had you clocked fast enough, Lori. Let's see what you guys have to say to you. So your first one is instead of instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You're doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. And then your next one is sometimes walking away is the only option. Did you get this one last time I read for you? Not because not because you want to make someone miss you or realize they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know you deserve better. And then your last one is whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project or situation. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just lying in wait. You can do this. Okay, so let's see what your guide has for you on that note. Okay, here we go for Lori. Don't bite off more than you can chew. In parentheses, you have dogs to do that. Stop in big bold letters. You have too many ideas in that head of yours. Trying to do multiple things at once will lead to failure of all. One at a time. Then in big bold print. Then give it time to work. Don't give up so easily on that idea that you started. Comprende. So now they're speaking Spanish to you. So I'm assuming maybe there's a Spanish spirit you've come across, or maybe got a second guide or something. Plus, you know the woman you call a granddaughter? Um, they have a message for her. Um, go ahead with that. Oh, they just have a little cutesy message for her. They said, Jenna, yeah. Um, encourage. They said for Jenna, you are doing great. Encouragement and love from the spirits. So she must be tackling something, and they're trying to give her encouragement that that is the right thing to do, and they're sending her love. So that was for Jenna, and then we have a question for you. You have a question for me, I'm assuming. Okay, the answer to the question is yes. Only one question? Okay. Yes. Okay. Um, Thanks, Christina, and everybody for coming in. I appreciate you. Did I miss anybody who wanted a reading? I don't really celebrate it because, well, I don't celebrate a lot of things. I'm here by myself. So, you know. Mm, can I text you later? Yeah. You could text me later. Of course you can. You text me later. Kim! Kim, did you want a reading? I'm sure I missed you. Okay. I'll stick you in at the end, and then you can always see it. Yeah, text me later, Laurie. Um, no, read it again. The one for Jenna. Okay, it's just obviously Jenna's doing something maybe different. She's going through something. The spirits say, "You're doing great." Encouragement and love from the spirits. So, that's what they wanted to give her, that she's obviously on the right track. They're giving her encouragement and love. Um, and then so I'm not Christina, you probably have a long list, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, Christina, if you want one, if we get through it, yeah, I'll put it on. Don't you worry. When I get to the end, if you're here and you want it, yeah, it's fine. Um, okay, I'll send that to her now. Okay. And yeah, and you text me later. The Lori, did you get your answer to your question was yes. Um, so there you go. You would think that the ad would leave you off in the same place where I was. So silly. Okay. Um, that was Lori. Okay. Now we have Nordis. I haven't read for you in a while. Let's see what the spirits got for you. Read for Nordis. And then do we have a guide? Um, because I know I've read for you before. Okay. Are you gonna have to tell me? You're gonna have to tell me your name again. Sorry. Okay. And what cards do you want to read? Okay. Here we go. For Nordis. Okay, Babia. We'll probably be here. That one? Okay, you're gonna tell. I'm gonna go. And then you're gonna tell. I'm just gonna make sure. No. Are those the three? Okay. Here we go for Nordis. The first one is the cactus of stress. Hey, Abby, the cactus of stress. The cactus is a great reminder of strength and perseverance. The essence behind the symbolism, endurance, and resilience displayed by the humble cactus serves as a powerful reminder that when faced with obstacles or setbacks in our lives, we too possess the remarkable ability to adapt and flourish despite all odds. Oh, that's a real nice card. Then you have a major one, number 8, the cat lady. The cat lady. You have a problem. It's okay. You are strong and you have great character. That's why I hang out with you. We are both stubborn, so all we can do is triumph. The cat lady is here to tell you to go kick this problem's ass, and you will come out more powerful than before. Okay. And then you have the coffee of social. Coffee beans come from a tree and symbolize our connection to the earth and humanity. Coffee is often symbolic of energy and change. It carries implications of awakening and enlightenment. Stir up feelings of self discovery and transformation. You need to stir up your life a bit and see what happens. Okay, there you go. And let's see what your guide has for you. Wow, what a powerful message for you. Here you go, Nordis. My wit is at its end, but the world does not have the power to provide. We must make our own world around us. We were given the power to make our spirits great, which means even in this body, on this planet, in this timeline, you can harness that power to do and be whatever you want. So that message was for you. I wish somebody told me that. Okay. Now, do you have a question for me? They're saying yes. And the answer to your question is yes. The answer to your question is yes. So I hope that made sense to you, Nordes, and it was something obviously you needed to hear. Daryl, I hope you're doing well. Okay. Now we have Miss Pam. Pam. Wow, I'm impressed. Here you are, Pam. Um, okay, they want spirit messages for Pam. Yeah, that was such a crazy message. I was like, wow. Although the spirits tell me that, I could do whatever I want to, but sometimes you need them to tell you before you listen, but okay, let's see what we got for Pam. Pam. Okay, you want both of those? Okay. Let's see. Number one. Thank you so much, Nordis. And I'm glad that made sense for you. And it was lovely. And Pam, your mindset is fixed. Try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. So that's another one. Like everybody's like, oh, I can't do that. But you can. They're telling you you can. Your next one is perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phase in your life can shift. One change after another, you are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And your last one is self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most. Do that today. Oh, those are nice too. So let's see what message we got for Pam. Okay, Pam, this is not a bad one. Oh, thank you, Rosanna. There's a bike collecting dust in the shed, a window that won't open because it's warped shut, and a stale piece of bread on the counter. It's okay to be busy, and it's okay, even if it's a good busy, to be busy. But our bodies at this time need more relaxation than we know. Our minds don't realize even how much relaxation our bodies actually need. Okay. We need more nature grounding that we're aware of. So really pay attention to your body and mind's signs that you need to slow down and get your body back to, you know, the place it should be. So even though you're busy, maybe you're busy with the grandkiddos, your mind keeps you going and you don't realize maybe that your body needs a little more resting than you're giving it. So they just want to remind you of that. Make sure to rest your body and get your body in nature more. And maybe exercise your body more. Because we talked about bikes, so that could be exercising. So let's see if you have a question for me. Yes. The answer is yes. The question is yes, and okay. The answer to your question is yes. And I hope that made sense to Miss Pam. My son was born on Cinco de Mayo. Oh, well, happy birthday to him. I just want to make sure that made sense to Miss Pam. So he's, hey, yo, boy Scar, how are you? I hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a minute. How's everything going with you? Okay, that was from Miss Pam. And then we have Jeff, Petrazi, Regina, Janelle, Jen. Every 5 will stop, and then we'll have 5 more. Kieran, Krista, Kim, Christina. And if we have anybody else, otherwise, those 4. So, yeah, I've been working 7 days a week. I used to do that. 70 hours a week, no work-life balance, and that threw me for a loop, and I ended up having to get another job. But anyway, now it's not that easy. I mean, it wasn't that easy then to find other jobs either, but I did manage to find one. And then that one, even though paid more, I had less stress, I ended up hurting my back. So, there's always something. Can't win, damn it. Okay, just a quick little break because I have to stretch. Okay. I had to grab a little piece of orange too so that we can eat something. Replenish the mind. And so I actually only have half because I give the other half to the spirits. Okay. So we said we have Jeff now, and I just didn't see what Pam said. I just wanted to make sure if she needed anything else. Thanks. I've been busy taking care of Mom. Not too much time to myself. Oh, see that? Yeah. And the spirits know your body, your energy needs to be replenished. So make sure you do that. I know it's hard, but make sure you do it. 32. God bless you. Oh, to be 32 again. And I hope Mom gets better, Pam. Evie, yeah, I'll put you down. No problem. There we go. Okay. So now we have Jeff. What are we going to read for Jeff, by the way? Okay, Jeff, here we go. Happy birthday! You're single. It's the 5th today? Obviously, because everybody was saying. Oh, no, it's the 6th, so that was yesterday. Thank you to all the lurkers. So today's the 6th. Yeah, happy birthday. If your name's not down, you're not on the list. Yeah. I'm going to say the list. I have Jeff now. Then we have Petrazi, Regina, Janelle, Jen, Kieran, Krista, Kim, Christina, Evie. So, yeah. Um, Jeff is next. So here we go. It's the 6th for me, yeah. It's the 6th. Wow. Okay. They really got your cards going, Jeff, here. Let's see what your next one will be. Which one? Okay. Here we go for Jeff. The first one you got is the Crystal Ball of Scary Pentacles. Throughout history, the crystal ball has been used for gazing, prophecy, scaring, fortune telling, and status. Its sphere shape brings forth energy of harmony and unity. Seeing into our future could be a scary thing for most people. This crystal ball wants you to gaze into it and gain clarity and get past the smoky fog that is hazing over your conscious mind. Oh, interesting. The next one you got is the feminist of social. Feminist spirituality is a commitment to bring about in oneself and in the world an alternative vision of justice and equality for all. Look within yourself. What can you teach the world? And what can you learn from it? Humans were created to exist in harmony and equality. This card is associated with Venus representing your values. Interesting. And then you have the Time Lords, number 12, the Time Lords. It's time to let your inner Time Lord out of the bag. You may have to make a few small sacrifices for this to happen. You're in the TARDIS, but you don't know what your next destination is. Even though it's bigger on the inside, it's time to lighten your grip on things that no longer work for you. You got this. Big Dr. Who reference there. Okay. Let's see what your guide has for you, Jeff. This is an interesting. Hi, Diane. This is an interesting one, Jeff. Hey, it's time to clean out your closet. Make a dent in reorganizing your life. You need a little bit of feng shui in your current space. So even if our space isn't cluttered to the visual eye, to our third eye or mind's eye, it's unbearable. So the room that you spend the most time in is obviously having some energy dilemmas. Um, so not only maybe, of course, go through it and change it around, but also I think maybe a cleansing might be in order, get rid of any stale negative energy that's hanging out in that room. Um, Clean it out for you. That might be what's throwing you off. Are you getting irritable and you're like, I just don't know why I'm so like annoyed today? That might be the reason. Stale energy is the worst. So, especially if it's negative. So that was for Jeff. And Jeff, does Jeff have a question for us? Oh, you do. Okay, Jeff. Oh, the answer for you is yes, too. Yes to your question that you're thinking of. And there we go. My grandson has been calling me like, he should be sleeping. What time is it? It's going to be 9 o'clock. For gosh sakes. I hope you're well, Diane. I'm not Diane Entertainment. I know, honey. I hope you're well, though. We know you're not the other Diane. We know you're your own Diane in yourself. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. What I wanted to do was, um, I came here to look at something and then totally forgot when I saw lovely Diane. I don't know. It will come to me. If it's important, it will come to me. And there we go. So I hope that made sense to Jeff. Welcome back, Regina. Squirrel. Exactly, Rosa. You know why? Because not only did I see Diane, but I saw my grandson is still calling me, and I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. He must be really looking for his. I'm Mima, Mima, and then I see his cute little face, and I get like I definitely see tons of squirrels then. But I forgot what I wanted to do. But anyway, we'll figure it out eventually. Eventually. I have not heard from Diane G. I even I think I messaged her. It might have been over like a month now because I also had a problem with my messenger. And I haven't heard from her, so I hope she's okay and her daughters are okay. Um, okay. So now that was Jeff. We have Patrazi. Patrazi! You're welcome, Jeff. Jen, yeah, I think it's been a little while since anybody's heard from her. I haven't seen her in any chats. All right, Andre. Um, um, has anybody seen Patrazi? Patrazi! Hi, my love. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I've been looking for Patrazi. I hope she didn't fall asleep on me. It's possible. People say I have one of those calming voices. Okay. Um, we'll do Regina since she's here, and then if Patrazi comes up, please let me know. So I know if she's here. Hi, Eddie, darling. I snuck in on this one. Great. Okay. So we're going to do Regina because I don't know where Patrazi is. Regina. So we'll keep it flowing. And when she comes back, I will cards for Regina, please. Please. All right. Spirit messages today. Oh, they're already pulled one out. They're just rushing. This one. That one. Okay. Here it is. Okay, the first one. There she is. Petrazi's back. Okay. Petrazi, you're next. So here you go for Regina. Whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. And then you have, whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin it. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just lying in wait. You could do this. And then you have keep moving forward. Even if you're unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. So that's two like messages saying your guides are with you and they're helping you. Um, so yeah, let's see what Lalu has to tell you. Okay, Petrazi's here. Yeah. So Petrazi's next. Sorry, Petrazi, we were looking for you. Okay, Regina. Go ahead, Lalu. Okay, Regina, there's only so much time in a day, a month, a year, a lifetime in this body. So don't waste it wondering, where'd the time go? You still have time to do lots of soul learning and to make fun memories. Okay. Does Regina have a question? Yes. The answer to your question, Regina, is yes. Okay, the answer to your question is yes. And know that the spirits are with you no matter what you're doing and where you're going. So there you go. And now we have Petrazi. What are we reading for Petrazi? Okay, let's go. I was lurking. That's okay. But we were calling you. I didn't see you type, so I was like, okay, maybe she went to the bathroom or something. Possible. And I didn't want you to miss anything. What are we doing here? All right, do it again. Okay. that one. Okay, here we go. Your first one is the selfie of social. Welcome back, Babia. Photos symbolize a way to convey emotions or ideas that can't be articulated with words. It represents an abstract concept of love, hate, death, and more literal thoughts like objects and flowers, animals and nature. Photos signify your memory. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So this is a reminder to have multiple ideas with only one thought. And then you have the spirit killer of scary cups. Let's see. You are on a mission, one that is necessary for your spiritual development and life's advancement. However, there's always that one witch who likes to stir shit up. Don't let the barista who made your coffee wrong get you off task. You won't be able to get back to it. This is a do or die kind of mission. Don't do the latter. So, yeah, basically, there's someone who's trying to throw you off your path. Don't let that person, just ignore them. You know, everybody has good intentions sometimes, but they're not you. They know what's best for them, but not for you. Then you got the Wheel of Fortune. Hi, Jason. The Wheel of Fortune is essentially the wheel of life. No matter what happens, the wheel keeps spinning, throwing life's lessons your way to keep you on your toes. It shows up to tell you to let go and allow the universe to guide you. It's time to give pause. It's time to pause, give thanks, and love, hope, and joy, and get in touch with the universe and thank her for your wheel of life. Nice. Okay. So let's see what we got for Erica. Hello, darling. What do we got? Wow. Okay. They said a lot of words. Tell you one thing. But obviously, there's a reason why they had to go into this whole story. So here we go, Erica. Yeah, I needed to finish the cigarette for this one. Okay. There's two shoes for 2 feet. You put on those shoes one at a time, and you put one foot in front of the other so that you can move. If you try to move both feet at the same time, you don't get anywhere. You could jump, but then you pass over something. So this is a reminder to put one foot in front of the other and cover all your ground so you don't miss a thing. So I think this also has to do with that person, the witch, which is just a person who's trying to deter you, and maybe you're missing it. So really pay attention to the people around you, the situations, and the conversation. Um, yeah, and does Petrazi have a question for us? Okay, the answer to your question is yes. Hmm. So there you go. That makes sense at the moment. Oh, well, I'm glad it makes sense. Let's make a deal. There you go, Kevin. Okay. All right. So we had Regina and Erica. Now we have Janelle. Is Janelle still here hanging out somewhere? Janelle. Oh, my camera lost connection. I bet you $1 million my grandson's still trying to call me. Okay. Um, I don't know. Um, all right. Um, what's the word on Mary? Any good news? Yeah. So she had her surgery Monday in the morning, and I text her, we text briefly Monday night. She said the surgery looked like it went really well, and that she's resting off the meds and stuff. So hopefully I could talk to her tomorrow. Well, thank you so much, Petrazi. Should I go to work? Rhetorical question. Well, yeah. We'll have the spirits answer it. Should she go to work? Okay, they're telling you yes. Now, what kind of work is for you to figure out? Yeah, so hopefully, hey Jenny, honey. Hello, sweetheart. Jenny, yeah. I better put you blue. I was there somebody else who wasn't blue? Oh, Diane. Okay. Yeah. That's so you guys can check everybody out. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much. Have a great night, sweetheart. Um, thank you guys so much for the donations. I appreciate you. And there's some new people here, so let's see. I'm looking for my YouTube studios because we're gonna see if we're. Thank you for the new subscriber. We are one sub away. We're one sub away from 2,000. So if anybody has a friend who would like to join the channel, if you think they'll enjoy some spooky stories, paranormal stories, some songs, and some fun live streams, invite them to say hello. And yeah, I'm about 3 people away, right? I know everybody's falling asleep. I said I was going to start earlier today, and then I just got caught up because, like I said, my grandson's sick, so he's been calling me all day. Yeah, we have Janelle, then Jen, Kiri, and Krista. But did anybody see Janelle? I went back to see if I could see her. Is Janelle here? Okay, she might have went to let's skip over Janelle for 1 second and go to Jen. And then if Janelle comes back, please tell me, guys. Just keep it moving. So Jen is next. Here we go. Which cards for Jen, please? Mm-hmm. No, these. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you want? Oh. Jack just put them all together. No, these three. All right. For Jen, the first one you got is the sushi of stress. Sushi represents its ingredients in an honest, unhidden manner, symbolizing an upcoming unveiling of the truth. You're yearning for a spiritual connection greater than the one you have, and a desire for new experiences and a willingness to try new things. This comes to you because you might be ready to trust your instincts more, go with the flow, and just do it. Something fun is coming your way, Jen. The next one you have is the moon. The moon. You're looking at the moon, but you're overlooking its beauty. You think, I've seen it before, and I can't learn anything new about it. But not everything is what it appears. You're missing the true beauty of the moon. Try looking at it in a different light to bring the true feelings to the surface. So there's a situation, maybe you're overlooking something because it looks cut and dry, but it is not. So, oh, Jenny, thank you so much, honey. We'll meet. I will let you know, honey. I will give you that yes or no, and I will tell you. Okay, Jen, your next one is the acai bowl of foodie. Okay, acai is connected to the archangel Michael, who is associated with courage, strength, and purification. The berry's spiritual meaning relates to expressing and receiving love and a heightened sensuality and a heightened sensuality, beauty, and creativity. This summons your feelings of self-worth and the confidence in one's powers. Basically, you're a superstar and you're on the right path. Ooh, I love all of those cards too. Um, my road trip. I knew what you were saying, Miss Jenny. So we'll put you down. And yeah. Um, so let's see what the spirit guide has to say for Jen. Okay, Jen. So here we go. Jen, you have an extra load with an extra person. Even though you don't think that you have to worry as much about this person, it's still a situation where there's less space in your in in your dwelling and additional stress that your mind puts on that you don't even know about it, because before it was someone else's responsibility, right? That makes sense, right? You need additional calm time and additional breathing space. Just try sitting in the car for 10 minutes at night and breathe. So obviously the guide's a little worried about you being overwhelmed. So take some extra time. I know it's hard, but even if it's like you said, 10 minutes in the car, you know, at night before you go to sleep or whatever it is, just be in a space with you and no one else. Okay. And then I think you have a question for me. And the answer to your question is yes. The answer to your question is yes. Okay. So I hope that made sense to Miss Jen. And now we have, okay. Let me read the rest of the list now. We have Kieran. Is Kieran here? If not, I'll put Kieran at the end. And did Janelle come back? If not, next is Krista, then Kim, Andre, Christina, Evie, Jen. Janelle now. Okay, Janelle's back. Great. Janelle is here. Fabulous. Hi, Janelle. Okay. We don't want to skip anybody, but we're just trying to keep it going. Here we go. For Janelle. What cards for Janelle, please? Spirit messages for Janelle. And Krista's here. Great. All right, here we go. So that's the list. Please, if I forgot anybody or if anybody wants a reading, let me know. Let me know. This one. Okay, Janelle. Here we go. Spirit messages. I've been here. Oh, we were calling you. And I didn't see you, so I apologize for my rudeness. We're just trying to keep it going. Okay, your first card, Janelle, is find ways to fill your cup. Be self-full. Follow your heart and always trust your intuition. Go deep within, find your triggers and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. Your next one is, no matter how much you're being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth, so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. I love these cards too. Your next one is, take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself for the changes that are coming your way. They're all positive, don't worry. Bigger and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. Okay. Now let's see, Janelle. Don't kill me. I also forgot your spirit guide's name. Oh, Lupe. I'm sorry, Lupe. I haven't seen you in a while. It's a true story. Okay, go ahead, honey. I don't know. What word are you looking for? Okay, that's a word, but I don't know if that's the word. But okay, that's a good word. Okay, Janelle, you're obviously having a problem with a person or people. I don't know if this is a family matter. Um, they didn't specify, but here's your message. There's no way you need to let those insatiable, I think that's the word she said, people get under your skin and dictate how you feel about yourself or anything else for that matter. I mean, even their spirit guides are senseless. So there's no hope for them. Let them be their own demise. Don't go down with their ship. She was also very stern when she said this. Speaking old Victorian tongue and asking me about a word, and I was like, I don't know what you're trying to say. um, but she's on your side. So don't you worry your mind about those little insatiable people. Is that the word? I have to look up that word. Welcome back, Jason. Yeah, I was writing a lot. Yeah, I'm just trying to say, see what Janelle has to say. um, then we'll move on to what was her name? Lupe. Lupe is her name. She reminds me of an old Spanish grandma. I don't know. You have a question for me too, Janelle? Sorry. She said you have a question, and the answer to your question is yes. But like an old Victorian, like definitely from another age, the way she speaks, but like a Spanish grandma. So, not like that. Not like she's loopy. Lupe. I spelled it too. Like Loupe. Lupe. I have to say, your hair is adorable. Thank you, Jenny. I fixed my hair because I'm still in my pajamas, and I put on these cute little earrings because I figured why not. You're very welcome, Janelle. Hi, hey, is that Mr. J? How are you, Mr. J? I hope you're well. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're fabulous. The Joker, I think, is Mr. J. Okay, Krista's next. NH girl is Krista. It is pouring something terrible. That might have been why the camera went crazy before. Are you ready? Okay, yes, there. I just had some charms that I used to make like jewelry, and I stuck them on my earrings because I said, "Oh, I'm gonna make it fun today." Mm, what do we want to read for Krista? I got squirrel again. Oh, thank you, Mr. J. Tomorrow, by the way, our live stream with Eddie will be at the same time around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to continue watching the cartoons that we were watching that I made, my cartoon sci-fi series. So, yeah, join us for that tomorrow. And here we go. What are we reading for? Totally forgot what I was doing. Uh, but we'll stick the plug in. And like I said, um, if anybody has some friends that they want to invite to the channel, you want, oh, okay. Krista, I don't know what's going on, but you need a lot of coffee. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. The first card you got is the Coffee of Stress. The universe is trying to give you a wake-up call. It's trying to get your attention, to get you back on track, or to stop you from being lazy on a subject. It also can be a call to awake and put your strengths on. It can represent the process of seeking and finding the truth or a journey towards self-discovery. Third cup so far? Well, guess what? You got 3 coffee cards, so that's funny. So your next one is the Coffee of Foodie. Coffee is bold and full, light and dark, strong and weak, rich and complex. It has a smoky mystery to it that the mystics believed that coffee could facilitate the experience of enjoyment. Uh, of enjoyment in beholding hidden mysteries and obtaining great revelations. This comes to you to aid you in obtaining a deeper understanding and to strengthen your connection to the divine. And then you have the French press of coffee cups. The French press has powerful symbolism. It represents your finances and your need to plunge or press your troubles down. The French press has a multitude of uses most people are unaware of, from crafting cocktails to creating flavorful extracts. It's an underappreciated jack of all trades. Interesting. Oh, I knew you had 3 coffees. Okay, now let's get to the message for Krista. Okay, here we go. You ready, Krista? Another deep one. Here we go. You need not flush your emotions down to the depths of your being. No, no, no. Because believe me, they're going to fight to get out. Instead, give them an outlet, like a poem, a jingle to sing to, or a note that you write on toilet paper, where you can flush it down into the universe instead of holding on to it. It's time to find a healthy way to be you, feel you, and love you. Okay. Robert, good night, my darling. Have a great night. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at the 21st Century Suffragettes. Have a great night. Have a good sleep. Does Krista have a question for me? You do. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I always say for me, but the question is for the spirit guide, right? And your spirit guide says the answer to your question is yes. Yes, for you, Krista. All right. Most of that was on point. Thank you so much. You're welcome, my darling. And I hope that made sense. They're looking for you not to hold it in. Let it all out. Jump, scream, it doesn't matter. But don't keep it in there. Let it all out. Um, next is Kim, Andre, Christina, Evie, Jenny. Kim is still here. I know she was saying she was having trouble with her doohickey, the iPad, whatever she was using. Just want to make sure Kim's still here. I'm glad you're well, Mr. J. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tomorrow we're going to have like I said, we're going to watch the cartoon series, sci-fi series that I made. So come by, check it out. We started it last week, but it's very long. So, you know, there's that. But we'll give a quick rundown before we start the new one. Okay, I don't see Kim, do I? All right, we'll go back to Kim when she comes in. Just let me know. If she comes back in, who did I say was next? Andre, right? Is Andre still here? I know we've been live almost 3 hours, but it takes me that long to do the card. I'm sorry. Just waiting on if we have Kim or Andre. And then after Kim or Andre, there is Christina. I keep looking over there because it's easier to. There's Kim. Okay, Kim. There you go. So Kim is next. What are you reading for Kim, darling? I figured your tablet is messing up. That's what you called it. Tablet. A thingamabobby. Okay, let's see what we got for you. He's throwing cards under the bed. Did you want this one? No. You wanted this one? Okay. Wow, the rain is crazy. Anything else? Okay. I think we got him. So your first one, Kim, is self-awareness is key. Take time to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate, listen to your favorite music, whatever you do, whatever you could do, and whatever you enjoy the most. Do that today. Okay. Then your next one is slow down and take your time. There's no need to rush everything. You're already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. And then you have, again, from your spirit guides, whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. So you are asking a question and looking for something, obviously. Let's see what your message is. Go ahead, my darling. Okay, here we go, Kim. You can't fly a plane until you log tons of learning flight time. It is a bit frustrating to want to do something and it's taking longer than you would like it to. But just imagine not getting enough flight time in and then crashing into a cornfield, through a daisy field, and hitting tiny little trees. I don't know what the tiny little trees is, but I'm assuming you're wanting to do something spiritually and you've been wanting to do it for a while now and it's taking longer than you would like it to. But they're saying it's coming. Be patient. Don't crash into the tiny trees. I don't know if they're talking about wood elemental babies or what, but don't be crashing into no little elemental baby trees, okay? Anyway, um, I don't know if that's what they mean, but I'm sure something to the sort. Okay, it's for you to know, not for me. And the answer to your question is yes. Okay, right, Evie. So that was for Miss Kim. And I didn't see Andre type, so I'm going to assume that Andre disappeared for the moment. And do we have... Oh, yes. Evie, you are next. So we'll give Evie a quick read, and then we have Christina, Andre, and Jenny left. So that I have on the list anyway. Okay, what are we reading for Evie? You two are going to get some spirit messages. Okay. What, this one? You want those two? Okay, if you say so. So the first card you got is you wouldn't plant a seed, then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience. Stop overthinking and just water the seeds. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance in your life. You are what you believe. Interesting. Then you have count all your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Oh, those are nice cards. Oh. All right. Let's see what they have for you, Evie. Okay, Evie. Things are for the most part going swimmingly. I can't do it with the accent that the lovely has, but you can understand. You have put limitations on some things that should not be there, and stressing a lot about the things that the universe has set for other people, not even yourself. Let yourself be more free. So I can understand them being like you having stressing about maybe a friend being sick or your job or whatever. Stressing about those things that, you can't always control those things, somebody being sick or whatever. Um, and so, yeah, so try to do some more things for Evie, yeah? Okay, with that being said, because you got to look out for yourself too, Miss Evie. The answer to your question is yes, by the way. The answer to your question is yes. So I hope that made sense to you, Miss Evie. You're welcome, Kim. Susie, thanks for still hanging out. Thank you to everybody who's here and hanging out. Wow, thank you. You're welcome. Although it wasn't Kathy, it was a gentleman with a strong accent. I'm sure Kathy's here. But the person who read that out to me was a gentleman with a strong accent. But I don't think it was Jerry, actually. Not sure. Maybe it was Jerry. I would have to say it was Jerry who read it. It was not Kathy who read it. Yes, Jerry. Okay. It was Jerry. Okay. I'm like, because I met Jerry before, but I meet a lot of spirits, so it's possible. I can't remember what everybody looks like. That should happen. Alrighty. Abby, have a good day at work. And now is Christina here? We have Christina and Andre. Let me know. I'm gonna grab, because I finished my drink, so I'm gonna grab my another drink and a smoke. And if by that time we don't have Christina and Andre, then Jenny's next. Okay. And then if anybody that I came in late and wants a reading, do one or two more, just let me know. Also Kieran, Andre, and Christina, we missed because I didn't see them type it. Sure. Give me one quick second. Alrighty, we are back. Yay! Sorry, guys, but I had to use the bathroom really quick, grab my drink, grab a smoke. I lost my ashtray because I dumped it right. Ah, here we go. Ay, ay, ay. So, hey, AI, how are you? I want to make sure. Okay, I didn't forget anybody. Okay, nobody put in. And so Jenny's next. Jenny's next for reading. Um, and like I said, tomorrow we lost everything. The lighter, the ash. I have so much stuff out, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, here's the lighter. There we go. What I would want most is for my parents to know how much I miss them, and for my mom to know that I'm sorry. Oh, Jenny, I will get your spirit guide. We'll see who your spirit guide is, because that's the first thing I do is connect with the spirit guides. So we're gonna connect with your spirit guide. We're gonna see. I'm sure your spirit guide can give Mama a message because I know they've given my mama plenty of messages from me. My spirit guide's not yours. That'd be weird. You know what I mean. Um, so yeah, so definitely that would be, you know, that'd be something I'm sure they could do. So, um, let's see if we could get your spirit guide. Um, so this is for Jenny. Um, who's Jenny's guide? Can we talk to Jenny's guide? Okay. Okay. Fabulous. Now, we didn't get one. We got two guides who came to say hello. Usually people have about four, at least, you know, three guides and an animal spirit or something, you know, animal totem. Usually that's how it goes. But so two came to say hello. Okay. Now, do, do you want to pull some cards? Do you want to give Jenny just a message? Okay. I'm writing what your spirit guide is saying. Okay. So first I'm going to read you this from your guide, and then they're going to have a second message. Okay. No cards, just some messages. So they said, you know that your parents know, they can hear you when you speak out loud or even in your mind. So they know how you feel. Um, they're always around, but they have an additional message. So this message is probably something your parents have expressed to your guides, and they're going to tell you. Um, and then they're going to give you a message for you. Okay. So they said, um, they're very proud of you for sticking up for your beliefs. Your passions have shown over twofold. You have risen. Um, you have risen to the occasion. And then I'm assuming the way that the guide kind of showed me is that maybe you uh, were you very quiet as a child? It's like, not that I'm not airing any dirty laundry. This is totally a normal thing. Maybe you were more introverted when you were younger, and now you're very passionate and you say what you mean. Maybe you held things in before, but that stark difference uh, is something that is what they're saying they're very proud of. Um, so I don't know if that's the case, but that's what they made it look like. And I just want to make sure I'm hearing them right. So that's why I'm just looking for you to. Because they are new guides that I'm talking to. So, you know. Okay. I'm going to get the second message, which I guess is from your guides to you. Okay. I'm just writing down your second message, okay? So this message is from your guide. They said to stay in this realm was only meant to be a temporary learning station for your soul. So your mom and all others for that matter know that, and that they know that this phase of their soul's learning is over and that they're moving on to bigger and better things. So basically, just probably reiterating, because you said you were sorry you let your mom go, wasn't really up to you, and they don't blame you because they know this is a temporary state, I guess, that we're in, and everybody's going to move on. And this chapter closes, the next opens. And actually, I just did another reading for someone else earlier, and it did say that, like, the same people carry on, the same souls carry on together with from different lives, because this is all, from what the spirits say. So you will meet them again either in your next life or on the other side of the veil. So, and they do come visit you. But anyway, so wish I were psychic so I could hear what they're saying to me. Oh, well, you don't actually. I don't consider myself psychic because to me, psychics can read minds. I don't know necessarily that anybody could read somebody's mind. Uh, I just say I'm a spirit medium because I communicate with the spirits, right? But it took a long time. And if you set your mind to it, you can definitely do it, just like I did. Um, if that's what you're meant to, if you really want to do it, everything takes work. I mean, I used to do everything with like a pendulum, spirit rods, spirit boxes. I couldn't hear them. I couldn't write messages. Actually, the messages even newer. Like I had to connect with an oracle, all sorts of things. Like you have to really want to do something and really set your mind to it, and you know the spirits have to be willing to do it, the guides have to be willing to talk to you. Like there's like so many factors, you know um that it's not easy. And like a lot of people, like, I can talk to your guides through my guides, right? Or through the oracle, but I can't like call on somebody's mother or father. Like when I see people that do that, like, oh, um that can just call anybody and say that, I don't know about that, because I have never like if they come to me now, like Mary's mother came to me one day to yell at me to give a message to Mary, but she came to me, I didn't call her. I don't know how to find her. I don't have a phone that goes up there to the other side. No, not one little bit. Uh, you're very welcome, Jenny. Anytime. By the way, um, your spirit guides, Larry and Lois, would like to introduce them. They want to introduce themselves to you. I guess that's what they said. Sorry, I look at my other screen because this one only shows on StreamYards. It only shows one at a time because I'm on my phone. So that's why I looked over here. So, Penny, so good to see you. I hope you're well. So yeah. So again, the squirrel. Forgot what I was saying because I changed screens. Um, yeah, but Diane, did you want a reading, honey? Then the ability turns on. Sure. Your biggest superpower, I always tell everybody, is your intuition. When you get, I remember my first experience with getting in touch with my spirit guides were like deja vu. Like I had this distinct like deja vu feeling, and I was so young I didn't know what it was, but I knew I didn't want to go somewhere because of this feeling. My mother's like, it's just deja vu. And but I didn't know what it was. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. No. And then the second one was like I got all these butterflies in my stomach, and I immediately knew something was wrong and I didn't want to do something. And my mother was like, no, you have to do it, whatever. And it turned out to be the worst thing ever. And so I learned to listen to my intuitions. It's my guides telling me, don't do that shit. Okay. And so you might think, and that maybe, but they're telling you any way they can by the butterflies, that gut feeling that you're like, oh shit, I'm not doing that. A deja vu feeling, something you see a lot of in repetition, something in a daydream or a dream. These are all ways they get in touch with you. You think you're not talking to them, but they're always talking to you. So you just gotta listen. She was my best friend and I miss her every day. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jenny. I lost both my parents too. Um, I lost my father to he had like heart failure, and so he got like a bacterial infection that they couldn't get rid of, and it weakened his heart and lungs after he had heart surgery. A few years after he had heart surgery, and then they were like, he needs a heart and lung transplant. And he was in his 60s, and my mother was like, yeah, okay, they're gonna put him on the list or something. It didn't even get to that because the next day he passed. But so it was kind of out of the blue because he had the surgery, he was doing good, and then he got that infection, and that was it. And that was in 1998 because he died 3 days before my daughter was born. My father died. So yeah. And then my mother, who was the healthiest person in the world, had like a little stomach pain. And she's like, oh, that's weird. And then her stomach started growing, and she's like, Mom, am I going through the changes or something? But she's like, no, something's not right. She went to the doctor and she had like um cancer in her ovaries. So they gave her a vasectomy, but once they opened her up, the cancer spread, and she's like, I think they said 1 in 200 billion that the chemo doesn't work. It makes it go faster. And so within a year, she, yeah, passed from that. So it was like so fast. And that was in 2012. So yeah. And funny, the reason why I started, oh, Jenny, thank you. The reason why I started wanting to talk to spirits was because I really wanted to talk to my mother because she had such a really, even though she wasn't a sick person, right? She had a really rough life. Like my grandmother kicked her out when she was 13 because my grandmother, her mother, kicked her out when she was 13 because uh, she got a new husband and he didn't like the kids, whatever. Um, and then a year later, threw out her sister, who was just turning 13. So, you know, she didn't have the easiest life. So, yeah, so, I really wanted to talk to her to see if, because at that point I had given up on God and everything else because I thought this shit sucks, you know. Um, and so I was trying to watch things and read things to figure out how to talk to my mother. And then all of a sudden, I tell you, there's no coincidences, and God works in strange ways or the universe, um, because I'm, I was trying to learn how to communicate with my mother, but It was on the side. I wasn't telling anybody because I thought people would think I was crazy. And and then out of the blue, like I got busy, so I really wasn't like I was dabbling a little for my own self, but I wasn't really doing it because I had two young kids and I was working full time and whatever. And I got a call from the school saying that my son needs to be they can't have him in the school until he gets put into a psychiatric center, okay? A psychiatric center. And I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, and they were like, well, he's seeing things that aren't there, right? So I'm like, explain. Because I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. It was news to me. They called me out of the blue and tell me they're not taking the kid back in school, right? And they're like, oh, well, like he saw a bird that wasn't there. And he's like, look at the pretty bird. And, you know, he's too old because he was in middle school. He was around 10 to have imaginary friends that are animals. And I'm like, the fuck are you people talking about, right? So anyway, so I take the kid home and I go, what's up? You know, and he's like, nothing. And I'm like, well, the teacher said you saw a bird. That wasn't there. Was it there? Like, I'm trying to ask him questions. He didn't want to talk to me. So, but I wasn't committing him to a hospital. I was just like, okay, let's get a therapist. So take him to a specialized kids therapist, right? And the therapist is like, I don't know, I don't find anything wrong with him. you know, he's mad that, you and his father don't live together anymore, but that's normal kid stuff. I don't know what the frick the teacher's talking about, right? But I couldn't get him back into school until we addressed really this problem, right? So finally, and he wouldn't open up to me, but finally, after 3 weeks of, I think it was actually like a month and a half of therapy, they were like, and they still wouldn't let him back in school, um, even with the therapist letter. Um, I had to get a second therapist. Anyway, he finally said to me, there's this um fox that asked me what's for dinner, and then there's, this and that, right? And I'm like, he goes, so I'm crazy, right? Because I'm not like other people. I go, what the hell are you talking about? You're not crazy. You're awesome. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you can talk to spirit animals? That's so freaking cool. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, they're spirits. Like animals pass away, they're spirits. They're talking to you. You could see them. How the frick cool is that? He's like, you mean ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts. I'm like, really? Let me tell you, I got a camera, Jenny. I know some of you heard this story, but for the ones that didn't, I got a camera from the thrift store for my son. I took my cell phones and I marched them into the most haunted place in Long Island that I could find, which was Edgewood Preserve, which used to have Edgewood State Hospital on it. And right behind that land is Pilgrim State Hospital, which some of it is still in use, some of it isn't. Right. So that whole land is like crazy. We get in there, and there is drums, Indian sounds, like wolves going on, right? And there's it's a nature preserve. I couldn't even find a bird, right? Anyway, we're walking through there. Things are being thrown at us, disembodied voices I can hear with my own ears, which never happened to me before, right? He's hearing growling, um, all sorts of stuff, right? I played back the video for him where you could hear the disembodied voices, where you could hear things being thrown. Then we catch this little tiny spirit. He caught it. A little tiny spirit walking with antlers, smiling at my son. Was like, yeah, these are, look, it's a little spirit animal. He's like, yeah, but I don't see them like spirits. I go, because you're special. He's like, oh, so all this time it's just ghosts? I'm like, yeah. just tell them, you can't talk all the time because, especially at school and whatever. If they want to hang out, they can, but don't make themselves known because, people are dumb, like teachers. Well, anyway, he goes to the specialist. They put him back in school. I never have a problem with him again. Me, however, was like spirits just walking all over the place. I can hear them with my ears. What the frick is going on? I have to find out more. And that's when I started this journey um, of like, yeah, and then I was meeting so many children spirits because they don't know about death, so they don't cross over. So then I'm like, no, I have to help them. I have to learn how to cross them over. Like, or I have to find somebody to cross all these babies. Like, let me tell you, yeah, I had a whole big spiritual thing, but my son was fine. He was like, you know, he'd come on, you know, um, ghost hunts with me and whatever. Um, but yeah, like never had a problem after that. It's just some people could see them. And he happened to see he has a silver fox as a spirit guide, an animal totem. And that's who was talking to him. But he didn't understand. He was 10 because, people automatically think everybody's crazy, but that's not the case. So, yeah, that's my story. Uh, bypass pacemaker. Oh, my father had this special, back then, I don't even know if they do it anymore. He had only 10 people in the world because it was a test, but they thought that was the only way they could save him. And he was the only one out of the 10 that made it past year one. I think he lived 9 years before he had the complications from that other thing. But he had an enlarged heart, so they like cut it and put like these rubber valves. I don't know. um in his heart and whatever to like, keep it down and whatever. What is, like what you would put on your sink so it doesn't leak. What do they call those things? Those little black rubber things. That's what they were putting in, but medical grade. Um, yeah, so he had to go all the way to, was it Cincinnati? Cincinnati Hospital? Maybe. So they didn't even do it we're in New York. They didn't even do it here. He had to go to a special hospital. So I've seen and heard those children, no joke. Yeah, like gaskets, exactly. They put these rubber gaskets. He was the only one who made it past year one. Yeah, Pammy came to my house in Long Island and she saw some of the children that would hang around my house that were no longer in this realm. But yeah. But that's because I was so hell bent on helping them cross over. So that's why they hung out with me. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna try to move you guys over here so that I can plug in the phone. So you're gonna see a little different part of me. Nope, doesn't reach. You see a different part of the room. Because we've been on here 3.5 hours. Yeah. So there we go. We'll try to move you a little bit so that at least we can stay on a few more minutes and my phone won't die. Because, yeah. Yeah, the gaskets. Um, nice thing about being in the realm, he can be there with you at the same time. Yeah. Well, and let me tell you something. That also, I don't know if this will give you guys any peace too, but I had because even though I've been doing this a while now, there's something new you learn every day, right? And I think sometimes the spirits give you these things like they don't warn you so that you can learn and not do stupid shit again, right? So when I really started like talking to them and being able to hear them and write things down and stuff, that I was like trying to test myself, right? Because I want to make sure it's right. Then I go to the pendulum, and then I go to the spirit rods, and then I go to the to make sure I was hearing it, because I almost didn't believe. I'm like, maybe I'm making this shit up. Maybe I am crazy. I'm fucking dumb. So I had to test myself before I could, So I was constantly, going back to the old way to make sure I was hearing what I was hearing and whatever the case may be. And um so, you know, yeah, the pendulum. I used to have stuff up. I still like to use my pendulum just because I I made it and I like it, and you know, it's not wrong, It looks so weird not seeing, yeah, because I was packing and stuff, and this was my son's room, so I have very little here. Because everything I'm trying to stack everything in boxes and stuff. But um, you know, but just so the little girl's very talkative, yeah. Just if this gives you any peace. So okay, so I'm learning this new stuff. And this one woman, I asked her, like, hey, were you were you strangled? Um, because sometimes they'll show me pictures and not words. And so I have this picture in my head and I'm like, oh, okay, were you strangled? Like, because they'll show you a picture, right? And literally, yeah, I mean, he's still in Queens. He's at his father's. But I figured his father could also motivate him to look for jobs more than I can because, you know, I'm a little softer on him. So I figured maybe he needs that push because he is 20 and, So I was hoping his father could push him a little more to like go to the DMV, get his permit so he could learn how to drive. Maybe he could work for Amazon, whatever. I'm a freaking because he was being lazy too. So yeah, he moved out in April. So anyway, so I asked the lady, were you strangled? And all of a sudden I feel this tightening around my neck and whatever. So like she was literally touching me and trying to show me. And it's like, okay, I understand. And that was the weirdest thing. I was like, okay. Weird, but you could have just said it. You didn't have to show me. Um, but then I almost thought, like, what, does she not talk? Because she's showing me pictures and then she's touching me. I didn't think too much of it. I told her I was very sorry. I crossed her over. I went to sleep that night, and I ended up, because she touched me, and I didn't close that connection off. Like I didn't close it properly because this was all new to me. I literally ended up in my dream, stepping out of my realm into theirs, meeting this guy who tried to attack me. Anyway, um, it was like the whole dream looked like it was in sepia, okay, and old VHS. It was like all grainy, and it moved like an old VHS. Anyway, I was asking this guy because he's sitting there, like, do you want something? Do you need help? do you need to cross over? I'm like, what do you want? And then all of a sudden I felt like he was going to come at me. So I literally woke up out of this crazy dream. And the last question I asked him is, so what do you want? And then he hit me in my chest like, you, like, you know, when you go, you, but he did it on my chest. I felt it. I'm in my house. I'm awake. I can't move. And I feel this guy dragging me off my bed, right? And I can't scream. I can't do anything. So the only thing I could do was scream for my father in my head. That was the only thing I thought. My father could take care of this. This guy's going to try to do something. I felt sexual. And I was like, no, my father's going to take care of this mother. So in my head, I'm screaming for my father. I literally screamed for my father. And I like, no, like, I kind of felt like he came and pulled this guy off of me and um took him back to, you know, where they belong. Um and I was like, and as soon as he pulled them off of me, I could move. I got up. I was like, what the freak? Yeah, and then I had to learn how to close off those connections. Because yeah, I don't need to be stepping into any freaking realms where I don't belong in my freaking dreams and getting pulled off to, you know, with these, you know, I don't know, like, how long it could have lasted. This, because the way their realms would work is if he would, from the time, whatever he had in his mind from the time I stepped out, if he dragged me back in, whatever motion whatever thought he had, the thought would finish before I would be able to, let's say, move or whatever, from what I understand from people who have experienced it. But yeah, that would have been scary, as all shit. So, hmm, you know. So, but my father, as soon as I called for him, regardless whether I was calling in my head so intently, my father came right away. So I know they're there. I know they still listen. I heard my mother once, like I was doing a crossover, and it was a little late for coffee, so I decided to just make, like, I gave them juice or something. And then one of the spirits are like, don't you have alcohol? And I'm like, damn, I only have some sangria that's been in my fridge. I don't know how long because I don't really drink. But so I gave them some sangria, right? And I hear my mother from behind me. So you're going to give them sangria, but you're not going to give your mother coffee? I was like, oh shit, well, I need coffee. Because, you know, sometimes they ask for stuff before they cross over. If I have it, I try to give them, you know, something, an offering to send them on their way. But yep, but that was the only time I heard my mother's voice. It was like her voice. Um, you know, I think she hangs out with my grandson because since my grandson's little, he's talked up at the ceiling, or he was always looking up at something, babbling to it. So I can just imagine that it's my mother because she loved babies. So, and that's a whole other story, that something did happen that my daughter confirmed that he is talking to my mother, because we only, the only grandmother, like, he calls me Mima. That's what he chose to call me. I don't know where he got that from. Because, you know, I didn't really like grandma. So I was like, I don't like this grandma thing, right? So I was really not like, I was like, really not like, especially when he was younger and he couldn't talk, I really didn't call myself anything. I just called him stuff. Come here, baby. Here's my cute little boy or whatever. Like, I didn't really say about me. And then, like, my daughter said he was trying to ask for somebody, and, sh you know, she didn't know who he was asking for. And then she had called me, and he's like, Mima. And she's like, oh, he's been asking for you. I didn't know who the hell Mima was. And I was like, where did you get Mima from? She's like, I don't know. Maybe a show. Anyway, so I'm the Mima. Um, And that's what he calls me, Mima, and there's another aunt that he calls Mima. But my mother was Nana. Like all my kids called her Nana, everybody called her Nana. And but there's nobody else in the family that anybody calls Nana. Like his other grandmother, he calls her Granny. So there's no Nanas that he would know of. And my daughter heard him say, "Okay, love you, Nana." And she's like, "Who are you talking to?" And there was nobody there. And he was like pointing. And she's like, "Yeah, that's," she's like, "Grandma came." That's her grandmother. But my mother, went to visit him because she's like, he called her Nana. I was like, yep. So not only is she visiting us, now my grandson's only 3. She died in 2012. So she's been passed a long time, but she knew about that grandkid. She went to visit him. Oh, yeah. Well, she loved my daughter, so I'm sure she was visiting her granddaughter, now her great grandson. So my kids and grandkids call me Mima. Okay, see, you have the W at the end. He calls me Mima with the A at the end. Um, so I don't know. And I wanted to get a shirt that said Mima, but they have all those Mimas with the W at the end. Um, so I have to find a cute one that has Mima on it. Um, yeah. Anyway, so I do know, and I hope that makes you guys feel better because I do know that they come around. I'm so amazed at you and others that can do what you do. I don't dream. The rare day I remember a dream, it's a bad one, but that's maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Do you know I rarely ever remember. It's not that you don't have them, you don't remember them. Our minds work in funny ways. Um, but whenever I have a dream, I wake up and I write it down. Sometimes you think it's bad, but the meaning is so different than what we actually think. And that's why I've been going over, I decided to go over my spiritual awakening vision. Um, that I made in form of a cartoon every Thursday with you guys. So if there's anything I have to explain or something, I tried to do it the best I could in a cartoon form, but it wasn't easy. Um, but anyway, um, uh, the they made it kind of like the feeling was it was urgent, it was important, it was scary, and all this stuff, right? But it was for me to learn something. What am I learning from it, right? So I started writing everything down. I actually have videos about dream diaries and how to decipher what the dream means. I mean, there's so many things with colors and stuff, but I kind of broke it down as easy as you can. I had the scary dream with my mother in it, and I lost her again. The feeling was so bad, like because she was calling me down to come for some kid's birthday, but the present broke, and I had to find something else in the house to give the kid or whatever. And she's like, "You're taking too long," and I'm like, I'm coming." So like I ran down the stairs, and she was already like far, and I was running after her, and she went into like this office. And so I went into the office and I'm like, "Where's my mother?" And they were like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "My mother came in here." And the lady's like, "But you're not supposed to be here." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I am here and I want to see my mother." And like I tried to push past her and she's like, "Sit. You can't go in there." It was such a horrible feeling, like of losing her again, like I couldn't see her again. But it was just telling me basically she came to visit me. I saw her in my dream, right? But I can't go because it's not my time yet to go where she is, right? So even though it was scary and the feeling was, whatever, I can't take that feeling like of loss with me. I have to take the feeling like, wow, I got to see her again. Even though, like, it was only a little while, I got to see her again. So we can leave it at that. The other part is just is what it is, right? Your mind also makes things worse than it seems, but that's how you have to take it. Like, I don't know. My best friend Michelle is called Mima by Mimi by her grandkids. I love the grandma nicknames. Yeah. Well, because like Benny at first was like, let him call you Glam Ma. And I'm like, Glamma is so fun. But my grandson had a lot of problems pronouncing different things. So I was like, I'll just let him call me something when he decides. And at first he was calling me mom. And my daughter would get upset. That's not your mom. And then so one day he just started calling me Mima, right? And like, where's my Mima? And she was like, who the fuck is Mima? And then when I call, like when she called to tell me something, he was like, Mima. He was trying to have the phone, and she's like, oh, your name is Mima now, I guess. It is true. Um, um, yeah. So I just try to take even though the few dreams, I think I've had 7 dreams over the past 7 dreams in 10 years that I can remember. But you have to be willing to start a daydream. And I'm going to tell you, Jenny, because the best way, like, to also like meditate and relax your mind and stuff, I usually start with like pick a place you like. I like to walk on the beach, right? But you could pick any place you like, a street you like, a store you like, right? And just in your head, walk into that store. I was walking on the sand. I was walking on the sand one day. So I was walking on the sand in my head, and just in there, and all of a sudden I hear music. I wasn't thinking of any music. I turn around and there's a lighthouse. And I walk up to the lighthouse and I sit on the stairs and I'm listening to the music. It was a John Legend song, and I haven't heard it in forever. It was John Legend, and I think maybe was it a duet? I don't know, but it was definitely a John Legend song. And it was playing. And that song that was playing was a message for me because I'm like, why is this song playing? That I had to go look up why he wrote that, like what that song meant when he wrote it. So I can understand what they were saying to me. So even if you hear background music or songs in your mind, there's a reason. And all of a sudden, a song is not going to come to your mind unless somebody's sending you that song. So even if you don't dream, maybe there's a minute you're in the kitchen and it's silent and you hear a song, that's probably a message from your guide, from your parents, from someone else who loves you, right? Who's on the other side. Um, so yeah, look up what the song actually meant to the person who wrote it. Um, because sometimes it's a different meaning than what it says, and that's probably what they're trying to tell you. So yeah, a lot of different ways they can get a message across. Dream or no dreams, you can make um your own space, like your own daydream for them to talk to you. So, but I appreciate you guys all hanging out. That's what I miss most. Yeah, hugging them. Yep. Anyway, it's been almost 4 hours. I'm gonna let you guys go because if I can get something to eat now, after you're talking to spirits in your head, you have to eat because then you get a headache. And the last thing I need is a cricket because I hate headaches. Yeah. So it's a rare day I wake up with any feeling of a dream. It's true. That's why I tell you sometimes it's just better to start your own daydream because it's like a meditation. And right, intention is everything, Jenny. By the way, last thought. Intention is everything. So just before you sit to get into that daydream to walk somewhere, awake. Just sit there. Say you don't have to say it out loud. You say it in your head. Your guides are going to hear you. This is the intention to. I'm doing this little meditation to get any messages anybody want to give me. Say that in your head. Go, like I said, to the beach, to the store, to, your favorite blog. Look at a clock in your head, whatever you want to do. And they'll give you some kind of message. Like I said, from a song to, anything can pop up and then you'll know what the message is. As soon as you wake up, yeah, for entertainment person, Diane, yeah. I mean, if you're meant to remember them, you will. But what I've tried to do now, because if you just like wake up and get up right away, your mind goes. If I'm like in a dream and I all of a sudden kind of wake up, I close my eyes right away and try to get the last thought back. And once you get that last thought back, you kind of see all of it, and then I'll like sit there for a second trying to look at things and whatever so that I can write it down. You know. Nice to be entertained while you sleep. I'm lucky I just feel rested. Well, that's good too, because maybe you need it. But I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all the donations. I want to give big shout outs to, can I find the donations? Let's see. To all the lovelies who gave me here. Fan funding. Yay, we found them. So thank you to Kelly for her $10 contribution and for being a member, girl. And we have Mermudge. I never say it right, but Nurmudge. Thank you for the $10, sweetheart. We have Rosanna with a thank you super sticker. Thank you so much. Petrazi, Erica, $20. Thank you so much. Jackie, $10. Thank you so much. Jenny Faye, $10. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the donations. Thank you to anybody who becomes a member. And like I said, I'm only one away from 2,000. So if you have any friends you want to send my way, they like some paranormal or music or crafts or stuff, that's what I do. I would love them to come by. And and I wish I dreamed more. Jen, thank you for staying and hanging out. And Diane, it was lovely having you here. Jenny, thank you so much for joining. And Kim and everybody who came by. Mr. J, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for stopping by. And your boy Scar and AI came by. He's new. Thank you so much. Pammy, it's so lovely every time you come by. And Kevin and Janelle and Nina and Rosanna and Jen. And I could go on and on. We had 30 people here at one shot. I love you all. And we're going to see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time after the 21st Century Suffragettes to watch some more of the sci-fi cartoon. So, with Eddie. So I'll see you then. I love you guys. I'll put the outro and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow around the tubes. There we go. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.